Happy hump day, everybody. Welcome. Coach Chris with Coach Eddie here. Announcements for today, our equipment sale. A lot of you guys have been asking us about some of our extra flooring, extra weights, anything extra we might have for sale. So last night's outro, in case you missed the video yesterday, in our outro, Eddie showed us a whole bunch of the things that we do have for sale. There's actually a couple more things that we might have for sale as well. And we're going to be putting that in the blog. However, that covered most of it. If you're not sure what you might need, or if you want something, just have a look at that video from yesterday and decide for yourself if you could use any of those items to soup up your at-home experience. I'm going to pass it over to Eddie to talk about today's WOD.
Okay, workout today, we got a chipper grinder style workout. This is more about 20 minutes style workout. Previous workouts of the week has been about 15 minutes, a little bit on the shorter end. Now you're working for about 20 minutes. Okay. One thing to note, your back squat progresses to a front squat, progresses to an overhead squat, while your reps go down by half. Okay, so there is some skill involved in the squat. Okay, we're gonna go over the progressions later on in the video, guys, but make sure you're aware that the back squat is progressing. If you do not feel comfortable by progressing it, stick to the previous progression. So say I don't feel comfortable with front squat or overhead squat, all 3 rounds would be with a back squat, okay? Still 60 back squats though. If you want to progress it, you can drop to 30 front squats. Same thing, if you get to the 3rd round, you don't want to progress it, stick to the 30 front squat. If you are progressing it, 15 overhead squats. Whatever progression you pick, it should not distract you away from the mechanics of your squat. So if I'm doing an overhead squat, I'm not so focused on my overhead. It should be a little bit more natural. And if it's not natural, revert back to that front squat, okay? So that's key here, guys, to allow you to stick to a consistent pace in the entire workout, okay? You're looking to complete it in about 20 minutes, and it's 3 rounds of work as you progress your squat. I'm gonna pass it back to Chris here for the afterburner.
Okay, so for today's afterburner, we have a little bit of stretching and activating going on here. The first area we're gonna work on is our lats. So we're gonna do a 60-second lat stretch per arm. So we're going underneath that underarm, upper back area to start. Then we're gonna go into the wrists. We're doing some overhead squats and front squats today, so the wrists might get a little bit tight on us. So we're gonna do some post-workout recovery stretching. And then we're also gonna do some wrist strengthening / activation to get all those muscles firing, make sure we're cooling down all those ligaments from today's workout. We'll see you soon for the warm-up.
Whoa, look at those high knees. John, you got competition. Okay, Dash, let's call it, stop there for a second, buddy. Take it to the floor. Today's warm-up, you're starting off with the mobility section, guys, for mobility and also activation here. Starting at 90-90, that means your knee is flexed at 90 degrees, opposite knee is also flexed at 90 degrees, hence the name, 90-90, but you're doing lifts. So you're going to lift your knee off the ground, internally rotating on that side, then you're gonna lower back down, then you're gonna externally rotate the opposite side, lifting that knee off the ground before you bring it back down. You do 10 total before you switch sides. So 10 total, meaning 10 on both sides. So 1, 2, etc., all the way to 10. 10 as well on the opposite side. You can alternate, it's up to you, as long as you complete 10 on both sides, so both knees, and then you rotate so you get the internal, external rotation on both sides as well. After you've done that, you're gonna go for 3 rounds of skipping, high knees, skipping, whatever you choose, guys, for 60 seconds. When you've done the 60 seconds, you're moving on to your dead bug position. If you got a band, you're gonna use a band to get the adduction or to get the adductors activated on the dead bug here, guys. So bands around your ankles. You're actually gonna get into that dead bug position. So legs go up. He's gonna press out, creating some tension in the legs as he lowers his heels towards the floor. Arms are up in the air straight as possible. Retract the shoulders. You're going for 10 leg lifts in that dead bug position. Again, if you have that band, use that band, okay? From there, you're gonna go into your air squat. As I mentioned, the whiteboard, lots of squat today, but in your warm-up, loosen up. So again, yeah, sure, you a couple of squats here. Spend some time at the bottom if you like, guys. Loosen it up, bounce it around before you come back up. It's just an air squat, again, going back down when you're ready, guys. So use that time to loosen up, getting ready for the squat. Okay, so 10 squats before you move on to your presses. So for the presses, using a paint can today. So we're gonna do 5 strict presses in that overhead position, just like your squat. Feel free to spend some time. You can do a little one shoulder circle, or you can do a scap retraction where you shrug up, bring it back down before you lower your arm back down. Then you go back up, guys. Again, 5 on both sides. Maybe on round 2 or 3, you start focusing on the L position to start activating the lat, your serratus, on your way back down. Each round, think about a different intent or focus point on each round. So you start warming up that overhead position slightly differently each round, and also progressing a little bit further off of each round, okay? Last movement, I'm gonna spend a little more time here. You're snatching. If you don't have a object for dumbbell, feel free to use your backpack, guys, for some swings here, okay? But for the snatch, let's start off from the hang position. So for hang position, you dip down, then from there you're gonna drive that object overhead. It's a snatch, so that means one continuous motion overhead before you bring it back down. Again, in your warm-up, it's 10 total. You would be alternating. So get Yash to alternate on this next one, dipping down, driving up. Notice as he dips down, again, we'll do one more. His knees don't necessarily move forward too much. They're soft, but his hips are going back. Weights on the heels here, chest and midline are nice and stable, guys, before he drives back up. Now, I mentioned all those positions because I want you guys to think about those positions if you're going to go from the floor. So if you're going from the floor, now your dumbbell, your object is going to the floor, flat back, weights on the heels. As he rises, his knees are going slightly back, then he drives his hips to lift that object, in this case that dumbbell, overhead in one continuous motion. I'm going to get Yash to do 2 in a row here at his own time. Notice how fluid that motion is with that object. Good stuff. If you guys, again, don't have a dumbbell in kettlebell, guys, you're using an object, go to a swing. If you're not comfortable with that snatch, feel free to do a 1-arm kettlebell dumbbell swing as well in today's workout, okay? See you guys in the workout, and see you guys tomorrow.
Hi there. Today we're going to spend a little bit more time working on our basic squat mechanics and also talking about the progressions of the squat for today's workout, as we have 3 different versions of squatting. The first squat we're going to talk about is the back squat. So we're going to start off with a plate here in today's demo. Remember, any object about that size will do, backpacks, anything like that you can hold. So Yash is holding that on his upper back between the shoulder blades on the traps, and he's just going to come down for his squats. So he's thinking back and chest nice and tall, weight is sitting on the heels mostly, distributing that weight in the feet, and look at the knees kind of track slightly outside of the toes or right over the toes. So he can show you that from the front view, so you can see the knees are slightly tracked outside as he goes through those squats. Notice from that side view how his back was really nice and flat the whole time. You don't want to go too low and lose that tension in your core. You want to make sure that core tension is there the whole time to keep that back flat at the bottom. For the front squat, it's really important here to try to get the elbows as far forward as you can, slightly ahead of the hands if possible. With this object, the elbows will be a little bit behind the hands, but as long as you're holding into that front rack position, we're happy. As he comes down, the elbows should be, again, pushing forward, and that back and chest is staying nice and tall. If you want to face the camera there, Yash, one tip we want you guys to notice as well, the width of the elbows is staying within the width of the knees, okay? So you want your elbows inside the knees, not outside the knees. So there is your front squat. Now in the third round, we have some overhead squats. So these take a lot of mobility. If you guys don't have the mobility, we will go over some progressions. So for this overhead squat, Yash is gonna lock that plate overhead. His head is just slightly through that window, so it's coming forward past his arms. And as he's coming down, the squat mechanics should stay the same. So he's staying on those heels, knees slightly outside the toes, his back's nice and flat. So I want to show from the side view there. One other thing to note, he's holding a lot of tension between his shoulder blades. So you're actually actively squeezing those back muscles nice and tight as you go down into that squat. If you guys do not have the mobility for that overhead squat, the next option is the overhead lunge. So you're gonna get into that same position, and instead of squatting, you're just lunging. So if you can't do the squat, if you can get into an overhead position, but you can't do the squat, then we'll switch it up and go with your lunges. Finally, guys, if the overhead lunges are even too difficult for you, if the overhead mobility just isn't there, it's not comfortable, we're gonna go with a front squat. So same as previous progression on this same workout. Finally, guys, we're gonna go over the snatches just quickly to talk about different progressions. The first progression, if you don't have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, if you're using like a backpack or something like that, you can just go for one-handed swings. So Yash will show you what a one-handed kettlebell or dumbbell swing looks like. Again, you can use pretty much any object for these as your first progression. The next progression will be the hang snatch with the dumbbell. So you're just doing a dip, driving that elbow up, driving that head to the window, and again, squeezing those shoulder blades together at the top. And then the final progression will be from the floor. So coming down from the floor, pushing from the heels, and driving that elbow up, punching that dumbbell or kettlebell up in the air to end the movement. Enjoy the workout here, guys. It's a 20-ish minute one, so it's a little bit of a longer one. Remember, steady state with your cardio, slow and steady with the movements till you get to the end if you want to ramp it up a little bit. We'll see you for the after break.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout and you crushed it. We're going to end off today's workout with a cool down with the afterburner. We're going to do some mobility here for the lats and then for our wrists. So we're going to start off with a 60-second lat stretch per side. I'd recommend using a post or a door hinge you guys can hold on to. You're going to grab that post at about shoulder height, thumb facing down here. You're going to sit in that squat and then twist towards the direction you're trying to stretch. Trying to get as much length between that shoulder, that lat area, all the way down to your hip. So if you can kind of lean into it, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in that lat. So 60 seconds per side here on both sides. Once you're done, we're going to go into some wrist mobility from here. So just stretching out those wrists with the overhead squats and the front squats we did. So that first stretch, guys, the 60-second wrist stretch, we're going to think about keeping our fingers pointed in towards us. We're going to be in a kneeling position, so fingers pointed in towards us, both elbow pits facing out. We're going to sit back and try to peel those forearms out, stretch those wrists out as much as we can here. Don't go too far, make sure it's not painful. You're in that stretch zone where it's a little bit of a stretch and it's not too painful. After you finish 60 seconds in this position, guys, we're going to turn our hands over and we're going to strengthen those wrists a little bit in a stretch position. So hands again on the floor, this time fingers facing forward. You guys are going to lean into it. As you're feeling that stretch, when you're in that stretch position, we're going to go for those isometric strengthening exercises, kind of like we did on the Monday there, where we're going to think about 5 seconds of pushing our fingers down into the floor and then 5 seconds of trying to lift our fingers off the ground. So when you're in that stretch position, you won't really be able to actually lift those fingers off the ground. So just think about trying to, as you're there in that stretch position, we're trying to strengthen those end ranges of motion for those overhead squats and handstands as it comes throughout the week. Hope the workout was great, guys. See you guys tomorrow.